Hey Pancakers, we're back with another Terraria video. In this one, I'm going to be making the houses and just kind of doing that as a little speed up here. And then we're probably going to be doing some other stuff after the houses. I'll also show you how to make some farms. But let's first go over what you're probably going to want to need. So let's put this stuff away and then go to your natural blocks, and then you're going to want wood. Or something like wood. I'm going to grab some stone too. I'm going to grab some shade wood and just some broil wood. And this is what I'm going to be using to make the houses. I'm also going to turn a ton of this stone into gray bricks. And now for a house, what you want to be doing is you need any type of table and you need any type of chair. Chairs can be toilets, bar stools, chairs. Tables can be tables, but it can also be banquet tables. I think the bar also works. Stuff like that. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go grab... What kind of tables do I want? Let's do some broil wood tables. And then I'm gonna double up on it just to make the rooms look nicer. And we're gonna go up to a speed up portion now, so I'll see you afterwards. Quickly, here's a tip for placing down stuff like chairs. They'll be facing whatever direction you decide to be facing at the time. So if you want them facing one direction, that's how you do it. Anyways, I'll continue. You also need to make sure you have background walls in your houses and lights. Otherwise, it will not count as a house. Okay, Pancakers, I think these are going to be the two houses we're going to be using for NPCs at this little area. And then over here we will make a farm. It's just going to be a regular tree farm. I did get 1 gold from that, which will be enough to get the merchant. The merchant's a pretty dang good NPC for every class. He sells healing potions, mana potions, arrows, shurikens, I believe, though it might be throwing knives. I'm putting gray brick in natural blocks. I'll also put all of these away. Gonna quick sort everything away too. Yellow marble gold goes in there. And then I will put this away. It does look like it's starting to become night. To make sure I still have light. This is just going to be a standard tree farm, by the way, everyone. And so to make sure I still have light, I'm going to go grab some shade wood. You can also grab some like rich mahogany. I think I'm actually going to be using rich mahogany. I'll also grab some gray bricks. And then I will grab some acorns. Obviously acorns for the fact that I can make them into trees. And then I'll convert these to rich mahogany lamps. If I go back over here, I can take a look at what I have. I can make another mana crystal, so I want to do that. Your max mana should be 200. And we can just come over here to get a farm. So I think how I'm going to make this farm is I'm going to make it like one down starting from over here. And then I'm going to probably make it go on for a while. You can harvest the sunflowers, they just give you the sunflower too. You want it to be decently big, so I think I'm going to have mine end probably right about here. I'm using this to mark it. This should give enough space for plenty of trees. You want enough space for at least, I would roughly estimate 20 trees. This might be a bit less or a bit more, but it should be fine either way. Anyways, I'll speed up this digging process and mining these trees. I'll see you then, and when our NPCs move in, I will also tell you like what they do and explain them to you a bit more and a bit better. See you after the speed up. Okay, so Pancakers, after you've done that, you want to make sure that this entire thing is level with the entire bottom being dirt like it is right here. I'm using this as the end. And then you want to be able to be planting the acorns. So for example, I would want to plant it there because you want one spot on both sides. And then you want 2 on both sides for a... for the branches on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here. I'll also probably be moving these lampposts. I'll be going 1, 2, 3. This is where you'd want to be placing the thing. Then you go 1, 2, and then 3. And then here it is. I'm going to probably be using wood to... You can use wood, you can also use stone to break them apart. I think I'm actually going to be using stone. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now if you don't want to be doing what I'm doing, you also have a ruler tool on this side. And this ruler tool will just make everything a lot easier. Now I see that's there. So what you want to be doing is after you've placed 2 of these down, the third one you want to be making your light. So right here, this is where I want my light to be. So I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to make it look like that, and then I'll be placing my light down on top of it. Don't worry if you made too many lights or not enough lights, this should help you get more lights down. And I just place this down here. Go another 3. And then mine down here, go another 3. And then mine down here. And you just want to repeat that until you've finished. And I will do a little speed up portion of me doing that. I will be right back after I'm done with that speed up. I'm finished doing that. So I'm putting down this here. I'm just doing this to make it look a bit nicer after at the end. And I also put down one right here. Going down. And I'll have it go down to a little layer that will be right there. And we're actually having an event called Rain. This event will give you different things in hard mode. I'll go over the hard mode things in hard mode. But in pre-hard mode, you get mainly flying fish, raincoat zombies, and umbrella slimes. Umbrella slimes will drop a umbrella hat for you. Raincoat zombies will drop the raincoat set. And flying fish, I believe, only drop flying fish banners. But if you see something like this here, where you see one side has grass, but the other side doesn't, what you want to be doing is you want to be placing 2 dirt there. I see both of these have grass somewhere. This one also has grass, so I'm going to go to the other side. And now this one doesn't have grass. I see this side has grass though, so I'm going to place it like that. The reason you want that is grass cannot spread over 3 blocks, so you have these here to help the grass go along the gaps. And then what you want to be doing is these 4 ones right here, you want to be placing down your trees. And I'm going to go back here and place down more trees. And now I have some trees growing. And this is how you make a tree farm. Pretty simple, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 slots. Again, you don't need to have the full Troy slots. I'd recommend over 10. 17, I'd recommend 20, but over 10 is typically what you'd want to have at least, depending on how often you're harvesting it. And I'll probably tend to this farm at the beginning of every video now, but without actually going into the videos. So I'll harvest it before I actually start the videos. So yeah, that's how you make a tree farm. I actually missed the spot over here for acorns. And now you can just go back in and deposit all of your stuff. I'd also recommend putting sunflowers around your base, like this. The reasoning is they do boost movement speed and decrease enemy spawn rates. I'm also going to put one on both sides, so I'll have one there and I'll have one on the other side too. This will just allow you to move faster around your base. You can't typically do this through the entire world, but it's still nice to have these down. I think the Dryad later on will sell sunflowers, but it's also not worth getting the buff for the entire world typically, because speed buffs in the game that are just better than the sunflowers buff. Now I'm going to put these in natural blocks and we can go over the NPCs. So let's go over the nurse first. She's the one that moved in while I was doing it. She just kind of heals you. She will get rid of any debuffs and stuff, but her main thing is she heals you. So if you need healing, you can use her. People also use her during boss fights to heal. And then this is the merchant. He will sell you your basic copper tools in case you lost them for some reason, or you sold them away. Then he also sells you a piggy bank. I would highly recommend buying one, because you can place this down and just have this for storing your money. I'm going to start off by just putting my piggy bank right here. You can also place them on these tiny little tables, and then you can put all your money in the piggy bank. Now since I have money in the piggy bank, if I have a quick sort, it will just sort the money into the piggy bank. Now I can talk to you, Isaac. Oh, by the way, all coins count as the same type of item. Kind of. So if you have a copper coin in a piggy bank, you will also automatically sort golden coins into it. He will sell you a minus hat, which gives you 2 defense, but you have to buy it for a decent amount. Theoretically, we could buy it now. I don't have enough money, but theoretically, if we could buy it now, it'd be better, because our set bonus is 1 defense. Our helmet gives us 1 defense. So that's not going to reduce our damage, but not damage, our armor, but it's also going to allow us to see in the dark. One thing I'd recommend doing is getting a bug net. I saw some worms down here, and what bug nets allow you to do is catch these creatures that you can just kill, like worms, dragonflies, birds, and so on. You can also put worms in your ammo slot. How ammo works is it will choose whichever one's on the top of your ammo slots to the bottom, but it will choose whichever one it can use. So if you're using a fishing rod, it will never choose wooden arrows. It will just keep looking down and down until it sees, oh, I have worms. It will then choose worms. But let's show you like what bows do. Use bow as an example. As you see, I'm shooting wooden arrows right now. Because wooden arrows are above my jester arrows. But if we switch that around, and now wooden arrows are under it, we will be shooting jester arrows, which will look like that. Jester's arrows do pierce, and you want to be trying to save quite a few of these, because you're going to be wanting to use them for the boss fight. Wooden arrows suffice. You can also make flaming arrows. Flaming arrows are also really good. And I'm just going to be making a lot of those, because we don't have to worry about torches anymore. And I'll be showing you why in a second. I can also put these snowballs away. And the reason we don't have to worry about torches anymore is as long as we have money, we can go to this dude and just buy some torches. He sells them for extremely cheap. You can also get them pretty easily though, so I wouldn't recommend buying a lot of them. Okay, after, he also sells iron anvil. If you haven't gotten an anvil by this point, you can get an anvil. And some people might just want to get this dude and get the anvil first. I've just noticed that typically it will be too slow, and you need a very specific strategy to pull that off. Well, not really a very specific strategy, but you need to be willing to just use wood stuff, and not be using like gold bows or iron or gold axes or anything like that. To be able to buy this. But he also just sells them so you can buy them and place them in different bases, in case you want to end run every base. Then he sells lesser healing potions. You want to probably buy quite a few of these. I would recommend keeping any normal healing potions for boss fights, such as the King Slime, which will be our next boss. But we'll go over that a bit later on. He also sells lesser mana potions. I'm not going to buy any of those right now because it's hard to keep track of mana and HP at the same time. There is an item later on though that will automatically use mana potions when needed. And we have a potions chest. But basically what that means is later on we'll be able to just have mana potions in our inventory and automatically use them. Then he sells shurikens, which are just these ranged weapon right here. They're fairly good. This is also the attack speed. He also sells rope. You probably have found rope already in chests. But rope is just used to climb up and down stuff. That's really it. You can press up or down to do it. You can also switch where you are on the rope just by pressing A and D. And if you just tap it, you'll go to the side by one movement, I guess. Each piece of rope will have 3 movements. And combined rope, so rope that is like... Yeah, here's my rope. Rope that is like this. The middle rope, this is one movement, but this movement right here is a combination of... This movement right here is a combo between these 2 ropes. So if I go to this rope, I only have 2 movement slots left before I hop off. Just something to keep in mind when you're using rope. Rope is extremely useful though. I also need to mention rope coils now. How rope coils work is you can throw them up, down, wherever, and they'll put down all of the ropes you used for the coils. I think it takes 10 rope to make a coil. Yep, 10 rope. And the music change signifies that it's nighttime now, but more specifically, it's a rainy night. I'm gonna go catch this worm. I'm gonna go over here and check if there's any worms on this little lawn area. There's not, so I'm just going to go back. The next item we're going to be talking about in the mention shop is called the sickle. Basically what the sickle does is it turns grass into hay. I'll go and show you what that does really quickly. This is the sickle. And it just turns grass into hay. This grass you can mine. If you get a blowpipe, you don't want to mine this grass with a sickle typically. You want to just mine it with anything else, because what we'll do is give you ammo for your weapon. But then once you get to the point of no longer needing a blowpipe, then you can use that. Anyways, I'm getting a decent amount of hay because it is just a useful item. You can also use this as a melee weapon. It's fairly better, is typically considered to be better than the wooden swords and stuff. The problem is I have a zombie arm. Zombie arms are just going to be better. But as you see, this does 8 damage, this does 9. It will just be better, or equivalent. Though I think it might have a slightly faster swing speed, which just would make it better at that point. I'm going to put hay natural blocks. And then let's go with bait really quickly. Bait power is combined with fishing rod power to create your fishing power. Actually, I think the fishing rod power might be called a rod power, it might be called a fishing power. But you can make your complete fishing power. It will be your fishing rod plus bait plus extra. Basically what that means is if you're using a fishing potion or you have an accessory that increases fishing power, those will increase fishing power, but the main two you need to have are your bait and your fishing rod. Now if I go over here, grab some wood, and then go down to make a fishing rod over here. Here we go, wooden fishing pole. It's called fishing power, got it. And then we can just put this down, put this away. And so this fishing rod has 5 fishing power, this grasshopper has 10 bait power, they'll make a total of 15 fishing power, while this worm has 25 bait power, plus this, which would be 30, which is twice as much as the grasshopper, which means you'll be typically getting better loot. You'll be getting like better fish, and then you'll also be getting better stuff. You can also get wooden crates, and that's what you're really looking for when you're fishing. But another thing you can do is you can make, where is it? Enchanted night crawlers, which add a total of 10 bait power to worms, but will consume the worm. This is a really good item if you have spare fallen stars and you aren't ranged or magic. Once you max out your mana and magic class, then most of your fallen stars will be spare, so you can just make more of these. Though you will want to keep a couple, and then for ranged, right before hard mode, you might want to be using a weapon called the Star Cannon, which consumes a lot of fallen stars, but then in hard mode, you no longer want to do that, so again, yeah. But yeah, that's how fishing rods work. Wait, 3, 2, 1. That's how fishing rods work, so yeah. I'm gonna use this to get more mana. Of course, you can see there's walking goldfish. You can capture some of these if you want. They're pretty cute. If you're playing a previous version, like 3DS edition, goldfish will actually just give you healing. So it's an amazing thing to pick up, but in most versions, if it's not outdated, they won't. This is a raincoat zombie. The raincoat set is actually pretty good for this point in the game. They will also drop you glow sticks. Jellyfish also drop glow sticks. It's mainly a jellyfish item. But getting glow sticks is never a bad idea. And yeah. So what you typically want to be doing right now is just going out into the wild and killing some creatures if you get rain. Rain isn't guaranteed to occur on like a certain day or a certain time or anything. So it's nice to just go out when you have rain and kill some stuff. I don't see any enemies right here. But also if you see there's this blue bush here, I'm gonna mine it because it gives you blueberries. Blueberries are used to make blue dye that helps you with an NPC. Grabbing the mushroom, which is always something you want to grab. And I will just do a speed up portion of me wandering around, killing some enemies, stuff like that. So I'll see you after the speed up. So we got an item called a shackle. It's used for magic item later on. But at this point in the game, it's good because it's an accessory that gives you 1 defense. I got a spiked one, which is also increased damage, which is also nice. So I'll just be using that, and that's just something you can get from any zombie, not just Okay, Pancakers, what it seems like now is, flying fish only spawn day, so I respect. Seems like it's just gonna be day now. And let me just check how long this recording's been. It's been a decent amount of time. So, yeah. We got a decent amount of stuff from our travels. We got a spiked shackle. We also got some money, which is an important thing we got. Now if we want to go and check how much money we have. We got a lot of our money from that day just because we had been saving up beforehand. One thing I'd recommend for people is now like going AFK until nighttime or just running around at daytime and waiting for this farm to completely grow to these other areas. If you want to make this grow better, by the way, you can just add dirt like right here, here, and so on. Might take a while for the dirt to actually grow in, but it should eventually grow in. But yeah, I think that's actually going to be it for this episode, everyone. See you in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you like this type of content. Ring that bell notification to stay up to date with my most recent videos. And have a great day. Bye bye!